765.
Mumble.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to Just Another Nerdy Podcast. I almost said my old podcast name. I'm Jay. This is Tommy.
MF White.
Yeah, Tommy MF White. Drizzt. We don't know where he is right now. He may show up.
He's pulling a Tommy White.
About a half an hour, I'm going to just sit right there. If he's not here. So anyways, welcome to Just Another Nerdy Podcast. If you guys are checking us out live on YouTube, remember you can download us on CastBox. Put a little nerdy in your ear. I already feel the Nate shame, even though he's not here. Or the Sorry. Yeah, we should just pretend he's here.
We need to get a cardboard cutout.
Yeah, him with the statue. Give me the statue. That's him for now. Can you even see that? Yeah, okay. So, and then if you're actually listening to us on podcast form, you can actually watch us live every Wednesday at noon on YouTube. So hit us up on those platforms. Don't forget to hit our social media up, our Twitter and our Facebook. Our Twitter actually immediately drops a thing that says, like, the videos are up.
That's cool.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was doing that until, like, because I had another thing that I do videos on, and it does that too. Like, I checked my thing, I was like, oh, I've been tweeting, and then I was like, I've just been doing video links. So that's that, guys. Anyways, check us out on all those platforms. So, Tommy, you went to Wizardcon this weekend.
Yeah, well, I was a little sad I bought the weekend pass. I spent $80 on it. I ended up being so sick Saturday that I couldn't go Saturday after I went Friday, and then I had slept in and my ride had left Sunday, so...
Sorry, I'm just making sure.
No, you're fine. So I spent $80 for a weekend pass and I went Friday.
Oh, well, there you go.
But...
Christopher Goodrich, hey guys. Drizzt, did you lose weight? You did an all-sass diet.
But no, Wizardcon was fun. We were there Friday. Me and my friend went up, and we just went to all the different shops, and then like we swung by the voice actors panel, and I talked to the people I wanted to talk to, and then we came home. But
did you get to see David Tennant?
He wasn't there Friday. He was going to be there Saturday.
That bastard.
I was really mad I didn't have the money to like get his autograph or anything, and I was going to go to one of his panels, but I woke up Saturday throwing up. I didn't feel good. I was running a fever. And I was
it's probably that Wizardcon food. Did you eat it?
No, I didn't. No, I ate at home. We drove up. The only thing I had at Wizardcon, and it was actually pretty cool, they had this old-fashioned soda fountain with barrels full of different kinds of soda. And then you bought, and I spent $28 on one because I bought the collectible commemorative. It's like a metal aluminum cup. And then they fill it with ice, and then you just get your old-fashioned soda, and then you just get free refills all day for buying your glass.
Oh, that's cool.
And then for every subsequent day at the con, you just come in and you pay $5 and get free refills for the whole day you're there.
Nice. That would actually be really good for you the whole weekend.
It was really cool. I got this cool blue cup that says Wizard World Des Moines on it. And if I remember the guy right, I can bring it back every year I go to WizCon and get $5 refills.
Okay. That's nice.
So, WizCon was fun. I think my next adventure is going to be Anime Iowa.
When is that?
The beginning of July. I think it's the first weekend in July.
Okay.
But my friend that I went to WizCon with, she was asking about ticket prices to Anime Iowa, and I was just like, hey, I'll buy you the ticket if you drive. Like,
nice. Did you, so you said you started Deadpool 2. Started to watch it. We're not going to tell you how he's watching it, but he started to watch
my Harry Potter powers.
How far did you get? I like it.
I'm like 45 minutes in, and then I stopped.
Hey! What the fuck?
What's up,
We replaced you.
Oh.
This was a super sassy statue. It didn't have enough sass, though.
It could not replace you.
This is why I'm here, guys.
Alright. How's it going?
Oh, let's go.
So how was your weekend?
It was alright.
Yeah? There you go.
Nothing really eventful.
Nothing eventful, okay.
Just Same shit.
Same shit every day.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tommy, wait, did you watch Deadpool?
I didn't, because I'm lame.
Damn, okay, you were gone, so I was gonna get into like half spoilers.
To finish your question, I got far enough in that him and his old lady had decided to have a kid. And that's all the farther I got.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
But
man.
I don't know, that beginning part's hilarious when, like, he's just in that room full of all those people, and then all of a sudden you see him running out, chased by like 40 guys, and he just jumps in the cabin and he's like, get out of here, let's go! But, no, I didn't watch that. I ended up watching The Foreigner instead, and that is a fantastic movie if you haven't seen it.
I have not. It's
It stars Jackie Chan and Pierce Brosnan.
It's supposed to be like his
Pierce Brosnan's the villain character.
Sounds like a movie.
It's supposed to be like his A-level work.
Yeah, Jackie Chan in this, I mean, in real life too, he's a 60-year-old Chinese badass. But in this, he's a 60-year-old former retired military. Like, he was literally a killing machine when he was in the military. And he's taken, I won't spoil the whole movie, but he's taken his daughter to buy a dress, and terrorists bomb the dress shop when he's outside in the car waiting to park it.
Oh, shit.
And his daughter just gets roasted alive.
Oh, no.
Oh,
And
no.
so
Jackie Chan's fucking pissed in the movie.
he's pissed, but in the beginning he's real nice about it. He shows up to Pierce Brosnan's office and he's like, I want names. And of course Brosnan's the villain character, but you don't know, and he's like, I can't give you names. And then literally just to fuck with him, Jackie Chan's character starts planting all these fake bombs and all these fake explosives just to say, like, hey, if I want to, you're dead. Give me those names. And then the whole movie is just about him trying to get those names.
Wow.
Is Pierce Brosnan's name the name? Like, is that?
No.
It's like,
I don't remember.
The whole time it was my name.
I don't remember his name, but his character in there is Scottish. So all the villains in the movie are Scottish. They're part of this Scottish terrorist organization that they want to take over Great Britain or something. It's some convoluted plot, but it works within the confines of the movie. And Pierce Brosnan acts with one of the thickest Scottish accents I've ever heard, and it's distracting, the whole movie. His accent is so distracting. I am not going to recreate the accent because I can't do it. But
Damn! I wanted to hear you try.
James Bond.
Damn it.
But no, Pierce Brosnan's great, and Jackie Chan's great, and I can't name you any of the other stars in that movie. Because it stars a bunch of people I don't know, but it was fantastic.
Yeah, I saw like a trailer come up for it like a long time ago, and I think they were interviewing Jackie Chan, and then I was like, I might watch that.
Yeah,
like
I forgot it even came out because like I didn't see any commercials on it, I didn't see any ads for it in any stores. It just silently released.
My cinephile days have died.
As shitty as the remake of The Karate Kid was, Sir Jackie Chan was fucking amazing.
Yeah, he was.
Foggy.
Just one problem with that movie was Jaden fucking Smith.
Yeah. See, Jackie Chan.
Blind little bitch.
I was watching. Right? I was watching.
I want here.
And Jackie Chan has his passion projects are all his Chinese films. Like he did 1911, which was he was a general in the Chinese Revolution. That was a good one. He did Railroad Tigers. He does all these like martial arts style, like big budget Chinese movies.
The man's a professional
artist. Literally, people give him crap for starting. Like he started in The Spy Next Door, and he started in all these little kid movies and stuff. And Jackie straight up said, and he's like, I sold out in America. I do every American movie they offer me. I do it pretty much. But I take that money and I do all my Chinese passion projects.
Dude, have you ever seen Super Cop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not.
That movie sucks.
And it's called The Forbidden Kingdom. It started this.
Because Jet Li was in that one also.
And Powers Booth is the kid's name.
Powers Booth.
That's literally the dad's name.
Yeah, it's super fucking weird, but I really enjoyed it.
I hate Powers Booth. He's a terrible white kid. When I watched that movie, he's not believable at all. But Jackie Chan plays the drunken master in that movie, and he's 100% believable.
He kills it. Also, Jet Li is the Monkey King.
Yeah.
He also kills it.
Yeah. But those two are so great the whole movie, and then this white kid phones it in.
I still feel
karate.
I still feel that like Jackie Chan is like the martial artist version of like Robin Williams. Like he made our children's hearts shorts in the 90s with all this like weird campy shit, and he's amazing. Like,
you want to talk about campy? You remember his cartoon?
Jackie Chan.
I love that shit.
Hell yeah!
That was a great cartoon.
I found out he's better about it now, but back then when he was doing that cartoon, he didn't know English very well. So literally, they had the microphone in his ear, and they would speak the lines to him, and then he would just verbally repeat what they said.
Oh,
Interesting.
also, have you guys? So I watched a thing the other day about Jet Li.
Jet Li.
Like apparently, so this like photo surfaced, and he looked like he took a photo, and he looked old as shit. And everyone was like, "Oh my god, is Jet Li dying? Like, is he?" It looked like within like a few like years time spans, he just aged like 20 years. And so there's this entire video breaking down like what was going on with the photo and why he looks old as shit. And it's like, I mean, he is older. And like, he happened to have shaved his head for a movie role. Okay. So he had kind of that older, like, I don't know, like Asian man duck hair. Like, you know, like you ever see like the old man with like almost the duck hair? He kind of had that going on, and then like just an angle of him like kind of slouching, and the lighting kind of showed like every goddamn wrinkle on his face, like every goddamn.
So it's just a really unflattering,
super unflattering picture. But then you find out like Jet Li is fucked up. Like his body is destroyed from you doing years of martial arts work. Like when he was 23, they're like, if you keep going, you're going to like not be able to move one day. And he's like, I'll do what I want.
It's totally fine.
Yeah, like he broke
the craft.
Yeah.
He's a lot like Jackie Chan too. He likes to do his own stunts.
Yeah,
and people have told both of them like, you can't do your own stunts, it's too dangerous. And they're like, Jackie Chan's 60, he did all his own stunts with a foreigner. Like,
fuck you, watch me.
Yeah, watch me.
I'm 60, I'll stunt on all of you.
So Jackie Chan is like, Jet Li is like, apparently like he, like they said too, like he can't do much more. Like what he used to do, you're never gonna see him do on screen again. Like
whoever made that video got blitzed and was just like, Jet Li's old.
Jet Li's so well, I saw that picture. It was like a what happened to Jet Li thing. I don't know. I want to say it was like Looper or something like that. There's different video series that are like that'll do like Oh, I love What Culture.
That channel's actually amazing.
But yeah, I was watching that one day and I just saw Jet Li and I was like, holy shit! I saw the photo because the photo's the thumbnail. I was like, what happened to Jet Li?
It's that clickbait stuff that gets
I clicked it and it like it broke it down. I was like, oh, and I kind of feel a little bad that Jet Li's like too old to do his crazy shit anymore. Yeah. But like, I'm also like, oh, like thank God he's not like that. Like,
if we're talking about like shitty movies that have great actors in them, like you said, the one where Jackie Chan's the drunken master. There's a movie called Seventh Son.
Yeah,
it's got fucking Jeff Bridges in it as a wizard, and he's recruiting a seventh son to train to be a fucking wizard and magic user, and the one who dies in the beginning is fucking Jon Snow from Game of Thrones.
Kit Harington.
Yeah, Kit Harington fucking dies in the first 5 minutes of that movie, and Jeff Bridges, when he dies, is just like, fuck.
That's like,
because you gotta find the seventh son of the seventh son, because they're usually magic users. He's just like, son of a bitch, it's gonna take forever.
That's like when Aragon was coming out. But before I'd seen the movie, I'd read the books, I was super hyped. Big name actors were in that movie. Jeremy Irons was in it.
That movie fucking blew, dude.
Jeremy Irons, everyone was in it. I was like...
the guy who plays Rumpelstiltskin in Once Upon a Time.
Get out of my face.
Sorry,
let's
go back. The guy who played
Rumpel.
No, what's his name? Is it Rush? I think it's Rush in Stargate Universe. He's also in Stargate Universe, and he kills it in Stargate Universe. And you know what? He fucking kills it in Once Upon a Time.
He's the only character that I like in that show, and I fucking hate that show.
Best part.
I watched the first season, and it's promising. I was like, there's something here.
It's just pretty cool.
And I watched... Was it season 2 with the Peter Pan stuff, or was that 3?
No, I want to say that was 3.
No, that was 3. So I watched 2, and I was like, well, there's another curse.
We're going.
Like, whenever we're going. I watched 3, and it was like an evil Peter Pan. I was like, that's cool as hell. I loved 3. And then
the guy who played Peter Pan?
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Season 4 starts.
Yeah.
It's the Frozen stuff.
Fuck.
That's where
it starts going down. I will say, even though the quality goes down, the chick that played Anna was like 100%. Like they just pulled her out of the movie and was like, here, being so she was fantastic. But then there was another curse, and then the second half of the season they get rid of that, and then there's another curse.
Don't they have the villainesses? Like they have like Maleficent. They have
and then season 5 starts, and I was like, I've seen 4 seasons. I'll start. It starts off in Camelot.
Yeah.
They've all got amnesia. Nobody remembers anything. And there's another curse. And I was like, I can't fucking do it.
I watched that whole goddamn season.
It's awful.
It's the worst. It's so bad.
The season after that is the worst. I don't even think they finished it. I watched 3 episodes. Everybody left. Except the dude that played older Henry. And there were like 2 other of the main cast that stayed. Everyone else left for other stuff. So they tried with the newest season to just do a complete reboot.
Yeah,
of the
they're
show.
trying to reboot. They even did like Aladdin, which they did in Alice in the Wonderland spin-off that never succeeded.
So literally they were like, this one's focused on Henry and everyone's gone. And I was like, so all the cool characters are gone and the lame nerdy kids here. I'm like,
the best thing they could do
the lame
is
loser who
recast
writes shit that happens is here. What do you fucking do?
Yeah.
So I didn't like it. Apparently nobody else liked it because the ratings tanked.
Yeah.
And I mean it was steadily declining over the years.
I think. Like, you remember what they did with Scrubs?
Yeah, God damn it. Scrubs used to be so good.
They had like the last season of Scrubs in fact, but I will say I actually liked the last season of Scrubs.
Yeah, I didn't think it was just terrible.
Fun fact about Scrubs, you know the janitor? In season 1, how he only talks to JD.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be a figment of JD's imagination.
Oh, really?
He was supposed to only be seen and heard by JD.
That's awesome.
In the first season, but then they scrubbed it because his character was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like, we have to have him being a catty douche with everybody.
I really love Zach Braff. He needs to be in other stuff.
Zach Braff is great.
He just started some NBC comedy I'm never gonna watch.
So. There's a lot of those I'm never gonna watch on NBC.
Yeah, well, I tried
Master of None or whatever.
So I'm really mad at
it. NBC is for Law and Order and nothing else.
I need a 9-hour marathon of Law and Order SVU followed by a 9-hour marathon of Law and Order Criminal Intent, please, right now.
I need it in my bloodstream.
You need to go to TNT for that shit. That's not an NBC thing.
USA Network.
We're on NBC, but who watches that shit?
Flipping through channels, like, oh, NCIS is on USA for the next 38 days. All day.
Fun story. So years ago, I used to live in this like house with like 4 guys. It was me and 3 other guys.
That's a hot way to live.
We paid like, my rent was like $500 a month or something. Yeah.
Dude. Weak.
Right. So we all had like our each room and stuff, and there's like the kitchen and shit like that. It was a college town, so it was really nice. No, it wasn't $500 a month. It was $250 a month. Sorry, because I was
like, dude,
because we were paying
$500 for a room.
We were paying $1,000 total. Sorry,
all right.
Paying $1,000 total. My brain stopped doing math for a second because it was like, so 1,000 divided by 4 is 500. Yep.
Yep, makes sense to me.
So anyways, I lived with these dudes, and like 2 of us went to college. The other one graduated college, owned the house, and was a farmer.
Okay.
So he was our landlord. And then the 4th was his friend Tim.
Tim.
We should call him Tim.
So Tim. So Tim is chilling the fuck out. He's a milker. He works on a milk farm.
He works on a dairy.
Yeah, he works. Yeah, there we go. He works on a dairy farm with his family. Anyways, his family pays him. So Tim, and that's all Tim did. He went to college for a while. He couldn't go to classes.
He
couldn't go to classes. He just never fucking made it.
He gave it a go.
So what Tim would do is, and my landlord was the best. Like, he paid for cable, he paid for all the utilities,
wow,
he paid for fucking everything, man. Anyways, we got a DVR, and Tim would sit on the couch all day. All fucking day. Every single day. Didn't matter if he worked that day or not. And he would watch NCIS. He recorded every episode of NCIS that popped up, and he would watch it. We started with How I Met Your Mother. We all finished it really quick.
That's
So then he moves on to NCIS, and he watched NCIS all day. and it would be like, I would be like, fuck Tim, because I would just want to watch anything other than NCIS. I was like, please, Tim!
Like, take the news at this point, dude.
And then I'm like,
Barney in front, give me some Dragon Tales!
Yeah, it's Dragon Tales! I'll take Dragon Tales! I hate Dragon Tales. I fucking watch Teletubbies over that shit. And he'd watch it all day long, and I'd be like, Tim, gotta watch something. And you'd be like waiting for him to go to work. Tim was supposed to be at work at like 10 a.m.
And
you would just hear his phone ring, and he'd answer, and he'd go, yeah, no, I'm getting up. And he'd hang up his phone. He'd start another episode of this. An hour later, they'd call him up, and he's like, no, I'm getting up. You hang up his phone and start another episode.
He had a pretty lax job.
wow.
Those were his parents he worked for. And so, like, finally one day they fucking showed up. They're like, boom, 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 boom. And I answer the door because Tim doesn't get the fuck up to answer the door. And they're like, where's Tim? And I'm like, it's right there. And so Tim, like, he's like, all right. He gets up. And they're like, you better get the fuck to work. And he's like, yeah, I'm coming. And so all he does is stand up and he sets the remote down. And they leave. And he just sits back down.
What a fucking tool.
I'm like, I was sitting here thinking, like, what dumbass leaves before he does? Like,
Make sure you go to work, I'll see you there!
Yeah, you get out there! And then they left. And they never came back. And I'm like, what?
50% their fault.
And he just lays down. And he lays the fuck down. And then just starts another episode. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, Tim. My landlord hated, like, he was buddies with Tim, but by the end he was like, fuck Tim. And
Everyone else in the house was on the fuck Tim bandwagon.
yeah, when it came to, like, everyone else and stuff, he was like,
fucking CIS bandwagon.
like, we all moved out, you know, at one point, like, you know, because we were done.
You know.
Like, we graduated and shit.
You left, went to be human beings.
And he looked at Tim and he's like, you're also leaving. And he's like, what? He's like, yeah, you get the fuck out of my house. Like, he hated Tim.
We're not doing no Tango and Cash now that everyone's left.
Tango.
Oh my god, it was so funny. We were like, Jesus.
Is our one viewer tuned in?
Chris? Oh my
Chris?
god, I haven't
Chris
checked the
here?
chat in a while. I'm sorry, Chris.
Chris, you here, buddy?
Hang on, my wife is harassing me right now. She asked me what I'm doing. I'm doing a podcast.
Same thing I've been doing.
Now she's gonna be like, never mind.
She's probably like, well, she wants to go grab lunch, and I'm like, no, I just ate a giant ass chicken breast, and I'm good.
I'm doing the same thing I've been doing for the last month on Wednesdays.
She never.
She doesn't. Does she know we do this?
Yes and no. So, like, I'll explain to her, like, what I'm doing. This thing's going. Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Is it?
My phone's just being a bastard. Okay. She says, okay. She's probably pissed. Oh, well. I'm sorry.
Love you, man.
Oh, it's my phone. My phone's being a D-bag. Okay. It's not the internet or the thing. It's just my phone. Chris, we're getting to you, I promise!
We haven't forgotten you.
We're on our way, Chris.
You're our only groupie.
Okay, remember Jackie Chan in...
What? We need, like, a laptop up to this.
It just says Drizzt Boy, Owen Wilson in Shanghai Noon. I think he's talking to you specifically. Have fun on the couch tonight.
Cheating.
Sorry.
Also, yeah, Shanghai Noon was a crap-ass movie.
And it got a sick one. How did Shanghai Noon get a sick? I watched the first one. This movie fucking sucked. And then a year later, they were like, coming soon to theaters, Shanghai Noon 2.
I loved Shanghai Noon.
Did you really?
Yeah,
I hated it.
I loved it. I love Shanghai Noon.
You guys know how I feel about Owen Wilson.
Wow.
If I could watch him weep openly,
You haven't seen it.
I haven't fucking found it yet.
we've already confirmed. Just have him watch basketball. And
like, I need legitimate tears. I need to know that he's sad, and I want to know that I'm responsible.
Have him watch Cars 2. It'll break him.
Have him watch Cars 2.
Probably Cars 3.
What did I hear? Something.
No, actually, Cars 3 was better than 2.
I think I read an article about Owen Wilson. Maybe it was like an Onion article that was like Owen Wilson's depressed and tried to kill himself after watching Cars 3.
That was really.
I hate Owen Wilson, but I love him.
Okay. Shanghai, there we go. Love Shanghai Dune 2. Yeah, Chris is with me.
I like
me.
Jackie Chan in Rush Hour as well until they drug it out and they're like, here's the second one. And then I watched the second one and I was like, okay, that's okay.
I forgot. There's a third, right?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I've never seen it.
Don't. That bad. Oh, and the third one was legendarily bad. But fans have been calling for a remake so bad. Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan are down. I was like, what's the story going to be? Jackie's like 68 now. Like, what?
They should just, you know what they should do? They should just fucking reenact, like, word for word, the entire script of Lethal Weapon. Jackie Chan play the old black man.
These two names from
Chris Tucker.
Jackie Chan playing.
And Chris Tucker plays. Yeah, and Chris Tucker plays the Mel Gibson part, and he's just like, I'm crazy! I'm crazy! Jackie Chan's like, I'm too old for this shit. Can you hear him like, I'm too old for this shit?
He is, man. When I was watching The Foreigner, Jackie looks his age. I mean, it worked for the part, though. Like, he looks old and pissed off. Like,
Jackie Chan's fucking pissed in the movie.
Yeah, right?
Like a week after Robin Williams passed away.
How dare you bring that up to me?
I'm taking you back to a dark moment.
He was a treasure.
He was natural.
Someone shared a thing that was like Jackie Chan died, like one of those stupid fucking
You're a
jokes.
fucking liar.
And I popped up and my mom went, oh my god, Jared, I think Jackie Chan died. And I went, because like two of my heroes in a week's time spans, I couldn't fucking handle it. And then I looked at the article and I was like, god damn it! I'm like, that is a hoax, Mom!
I did the same thing, because Robin Williams had died. It had been like 3 weeks since he died, and I was out at my grandparents', and I was flipping through TV channels, and Aladdin came on, which is my favorite Disney movie. And I've never done it before, but I teared up watching Aladdin.
Oh, man, yeah.
Robin Williams is just perfect as the genie. And then, like, my grandma was reading one of those... She was reading one of those tabloids.
I think we're taking it back too far.
She was reading one of those tabloids that you get at the front of the register. Like, she buys... I didn't know that was what she was reading, and one of the articles in there was how Sir Patrick Stewart had died.
Oh, how fucking dare you!
And she's like,
"Don't play with my emotions."
She's like, "Remember X-Men? Yeah. Remember the guy that played Professor Xavier? Yeah. He just died." I was like, "No, Mama, no! Picard can't die. Like, what? He's eternal." It was fake.
He's eternal.
No, there were two celebrities that I wept legitimate. I was fucking sad and I cried when they died. It was Gene fucking Wilder.
Oh,
yeah.
I was fucking sad. And then David Bowie, the Starman.
Oh,
when he died, I ugly cried when I found out.
So I had a really bad, like, when the day I found out that Robin Williams had passed away, I was still working at Gamers.
It was a shitty day.
You remember Robert, right?
I remember Robert. I love that guy.
He spent the entire fucking day trolling me with Robin Williams suicide jokes.
Wow.
I was like, you're the devil.
Okay. So I'm not the only person who's been fucking fucked with when one of their favorite celebrities died by fucking Robert. Okay. I
never would do that.
I turned a good day. We were in high school. And I turned in a paper that I was needing to turn in and I got a good grade on it. I was fucking happy. I was passing this class and I was like, fuck yeah, I got a B. Let's do this. And then Robert, he just leans in and goes, Nate, Leonard Nimoy's dead. And then he just slid back over to his seat. I'm like, dude, fuck you! I was having such a good fucking day! How fucking dare you!
I would say someone should make a half-hour Wilson crying for... The end, he pulls off a realistic mask to be someone else playing him crying, just to troll you.
Chris, you might be the devil.
You might be the devil. He's the devil
I'm gonna look online. I gotta find a movie where he weeps openly, and I gotta bring the clip.
He's here giving it. No, he wants to see real tears.
Yeah, I'll show you later.
Yeah, you wanna talk about your thing?
Boy.
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
You brought it.
You fucking nerd boy. Is it subbed or dubbed?
No, it's not an anime box set. It's the gate keys.
Oh, wow, that's actually really cool.
Yeah.
Show
If it were the DVDs, I would be pissed, but that's actually pretty neat.
Hey, the anime's great.
Does he got that? Where'd you get that?
Wizardcon. I went to Wizardcon. We talked about it earlier. I bought this fairy tale set. I'm a huge fan of the fairy tale manga, and the anime is alright. It doesn't have a ton of filler, but that's cool. I know the Japanese use it as an insult, but I'm an otaku. It's become an Americanized term, and I am not ashamed to admit that I'm obsessed with anime.
Fucking weeb!
I mean, not so much a weeb. Otaku and weeb are two different things, but there's a...
What's it?
I think we're splitting hairs here.
Can you describe what's the difference?
There is a... I'm just gonna continue on with my story.
Alright, you carry on.
Tommy's actually pissed.
I'm gonna do something I don't think I've ever done on this show. I'm going to be quiet and listen to you.
There's a character in the show. She's this blonde fan service lady right here in the front.
Lucy.
She wields gate keys. You can see them on her side right there. Each gate key corresponds to a certain creature from the zodiac, or sign of the zodiac, and then it's a certain creature. She wields half of them, and then another character wields the other half. So yeah, I bought a set of the gate keys because I found them cheaper than I've ever found them before. I went to a booth and I saw them and I was like, "What do you want for these?" And the guy's like, $40, and they're yours. And I was like, "All right." So I bought these. They come with. I'm never gonna use them, but they come with keychains. So if I wanted to be a super weeb, I could hang them off my belt loop.
What did he say? Hopefully it ain't sticky already. What the fuck are you talking about, Chris? He's talking about that? What? Okay, anyways, keep going. Sorry.
I said all I want to about it, but this would not be a picture of Lucy that you would get excited about. I mean...
Does he know? Are you an anime fan, Christopher Goodrich?
Yeah, are you?
Do you have sticky pictures of Lucy at home?
You broke back your coach. You cocksucker. I was doing so good. Motherfucker.
He was breaking. He wasn't even breaking eye contact.
No, it wasn't. I was true to my fucking word. I was like, shut the fuck up when I was listening to you.
I was like, I can't look at him. I'm gonna break.
Oh shit. Okay.
Alright, don't get me wrong. I do like some anime, but I'm not an otaku or a weeb.
What is an otaku and a weeb? Like, tell me the differences.
So otaku.
I need to know.
What does otaku mean?
Otaku originated as a Japanese insult, and they
obsessed.
They used it for people that were like creepy obsessed with anime or like anime characters. And then Americans kind of took the term, and they're like, "We like anime. That means we're otaku." And I was like you're insulting yourself. And weeb right now, in terms of anime, is somebody that is a super huge anime fan, but they only like
trash anime.
They only like trash anime, or they say they're a huge anime fan, but they've only seen the big three, which is Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. Like,
don't get me started on Shonen Jump, dude.
Hey man, I love Shonen Jump.
Dude, Shonen Jump bullshit. Fuck you. An anime has a max 150 episode cap. That is it. So you can more than tell a fucking story in 150
Bleach
episodes.
just came out with episode 880 something, so...
Fuck yourself. I hate it.
Bleach is still going?
Yeah,
or no, not Bleach, One Piece. Bleach
still
finished.
going. I quit when the train hit the water. I'm done.
So...
Fuck it.
Bleach finished. The anime got canceled because...
One Piece is still going?
Yes.
There's longer ones than that. Detective Conan is in the 700s. There's a manga about a boxer that's on chapter like 2000 something.
Oh wait, are you just talking about manga, or are you talking
No,
about
I was actually talking about anime, actual episodes. One Piece is still going. One Piece is releasing episodes every week, subbed.
Do they play that still on Cartoon Network?
No, they don't play it on Toonami anymore. You just watch it online.
Oh, they quit playing it on Toonami?
One Piece, yeah, they're doing other stuff. They're getting ready to do Fooly Cooly season 2 and 3.
That I'm actually kind of excited about that.
Yeah, I saw that actually. Like, I saw an advertisement for that, and I was like, oh.
And they've been showing Black Clover, which is a new one. It's pretty good. And My Hero is pretty good. They've been showing that one. on Toonami.
I literally
I mean, it doesn't matter to me because I have the internet. I can watch all the anime I want for free. But
CartoonOnline.com.
I would love if Toonami just had their own channel and just showed anime all day.
Dude, I'd fund that.
that would actually be nice.
What's Chris going on? Does he have sticky pictures?
He says hopefully he didn't. Oh my God, Chris, what? Only seen American version of Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. I'm not gonna read the rest of that. Chris!
Can I see it?
Chris, you fucking naughty bastard.
What did he say?
He's talking about Tommy.
I am not into anime characters, sir.
Okay.
Okay, we understood the subtle nuance of you calling it sticky.
Yeah, we got that right away.
We didn't need hey, this is what it is.
We didn't need the clarifying point, but I appreciate you being concise, Chris.
We appreciate your candor.
But, no, I do not. I am not into fakey made up characters.
Fakey made up here.
So yeah.
Mostly.
I could dig on some.
Do you have a waifu, Tommy?
I do. I'm not gonna lie. I'm that big of an anime fan. I got a waifu.
God fucking damn it.
Filthy casuals, the lot of you.
I have a filthy.
He has a wife.
Okay. A waifu is usually when you watch a ton of anime, you pick your favorite female anime character that you're super attached to, and the term for that is waifu. It's just a character that you really love and you're super attached to.
I have a question. What's it called? Like
a Hubu?
I'm probably not. I have no idea. But
So yeah, okay.
All the commentary on the culture you have known nothing about.
I know no shit. You know what? I've tried starting Full Metal Alchemist like 17 times.
It's the best anime ever.
I've tried. You know, I mean, I grew up on like.
I love Full Metal.
I grew up on the light
Metal
shit.
Brotherhood
You know, like my uncle and I used to watch fucking Yu-Gi-Oh and shit, and I used to watch Pokemon if it was the only goddamn thing on, because Pokemon. If you don't know this, Pokemon in the 1990s was basically Teen Titans Go. It was the only thing they played on goddamn Cartoon Network.
It was also for kids like the biggest thing in the 90s. Like in America, we got. I think the anime came out before the games. The anime came out right before the games, and the anime blew up. Like everyone was watching it. And then the games came out. And like all my friends had them, I didn't because I was poor. But the games came out and the games blew up. And then they're like, "Hey parents, as if you weren't spending enough money on your kids, now there's a card game." I didn't know how to play the card game. I had all the fucking cards, like every
I had
single
a lot
one.
of cards and I never touched them.
Like it just blew up, and I had all of them.
I think I gave them to my nephew or something.
What are you looking at, Tommy?
Having his dog shit in my yard.
Dog, I was like,
Guy. My window's closed.
Man, fuck you.
So yeah, it blew up in the 90s. Pokemon and Digimon.
Side of the fence. Oh yeah, Digimon. I used to watch some Digimon. I'm dead.
When they were designing both of
the
them,
shit out of Digimon.
Pokemon, it was like, let's take these really cute characters and make them look cute. And then Digimon, it's let's take this cute character and strap a fuckload of missiles and guns on them.
Yeah, look horrifying. I met the guy who voice acted Wizardcon.
Robert Axelrod. Yeah, he also played Lord Zed in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Did he bite it recently? Or
No, he's still around. Actually,
he's old as fuck.
Actually, I liked his page on Facebook. He interacts with his fans all the time. Several times I've had conversations with him.
Cool.
I was gonna meet him when I went to Anime Iowa a couple years ago.
That's the year I met him.
But he was getting older, and his booth wasn't open for as long as they said because he had to leave.
It was not open.
But yeah, I met the guy that voices you remember when Disney did this thing in the afternoons for a while? They called it JetX or JetX, and they showed cartoons and stuff. Well, the guy that did all the announcements on that, and he also voiced Rock Lee in Naruto. He voiced one of the characters in Naruto. He was at the Grinnell Library one time.
Why?
Why? Driving through, I don't know, I was sitting there and I was on the computer and I wasn't watching anything. I had my headphones out and I swear to God, like I had one headphone in listening to music, but I swear to God I heard Rock Lee from Naruto. And so I was like looking at my screen like, I'm not watching anime today. Like, what? And then he's over there, and he was talking to two like young boys that probably watched Naruto, and he was telling them like, I'm a voice actor and stuff. I didn't hear it. That's probably what he was telling them. He's probably bragging about himself. I don't know. And then a bunch of teenage girls showed up, and they're like, so you're famous? And yeah, this grown-ass man was telling these teenage girls, I'm pretty famous, like, I'm a voice actor, and they were like, no, that's cool. And, of course, I'm a weeb, so as soon as he was telling me, I voiced Rock Lee, and I was like, oh, my God. Like,
Tommy sprinted over there.
I was like, I need a pen. Fuck you! I didn't have a pen. I was looking everywhere. I was looking for pencils. He told him, like, yeah, I'm just stopping through. I had to stop here. I'm using the Wi-Fi and stuff. Oh my God, gotta get his autograph. So I run up to the librarian and I get the pen and I need a pen really bad. I need to borrow one. And she was like, oh okay, here you go.
Let me tell you something, Tommy. Tell you something about fucking Naruto, alright? I don't like Naruto. It's a bunch of fucking stupid bullshit, okay? Ninjas fucking suck, alright? First of all. Secondly, they made a fucking series about his son. Are you fucking kidding me? You know what they named him, Tommy? Fucking Boruto. Are you fucking kidding me, Tommy?
I've never seen Naruto.
So, yeah, but
I know there's something about Fox stuff.
I went and grabbed the pen, and I ran back there to him, and he had gone, and I was sad.
I hope I blew out some speakers.
No,
His name is Boruto?
I'm not kidding!
His actual...
Boruto or something?
That's like when Shakespeare was like...
Hamlet.
So
I'm gonna do this play called Hamlet.
So I was reading...
It has nothing to do with my son, Hamnet.
I was reading the Naruto manga, and in the last chapter, it shows the epilogue where it tells you all the characters that got together and they had kids. And his literal translation from Japanese to English is Bort. And then... no, that's not even the greatest. So Sakura has a kid with the Sasuke guy, and her kid's name is Sarada, but the literal translation when fans were translating the manga was Salad. So one of the characters has a daughter named Salad.
Bort and Salad.
Yeah, so those are two of the main kids, Bort and Salad. And then I was like, what is anime?
Salad. What do you want?
What is a salad?
What do you want to name your child? Bort. Okay, what about you? Salad. Are you like serious? Bort, are you sure on Bort? Bort? Yeah, okay, we're sticking with Bort. Okay. Just wanted to make sure we're gonna name this child Bort. Bort.
I think we broke him.
Bart, get over here! Bart, we got a... Bart, you have a school play in 5 minutes!
Abort mission!
Bart!
I hate you.
Bart! Are you coming for dinner?
I apologize.
Bart, I'm coming over there to beat your ass, Bart!
You suck.
Beat your ass, Bort. My wife might be running around here. The wind's like closing the doors. I don't know.
Get over here and eat your salad, Bort.
Bort might be coming in. Something grew twice the size that moment for Tommy. Oh, Jesus Christ, Christopher. Oh my God. Christopher Goodrich must have gotten so, like, bad. Like, because I have a semi, like, if it's a bad.
Yeah.
If it's a bad.
If it's bad, it removes it, and it just says message retracted. It took his fucking message off.
Wow.
Chris!
Christ.
Chris, what are you on today?
He's high on that thing called life.
Boot?
I hate myself.
You know, it's kind of menacing just seeing a retracted message and then something grew twice the size that moment for Tommy. I have so many questions.
YouTube just retracted it.
Well, YouTube no longer has any answers. It just took them away.
It's just dead.
YouTube was like, no, just no.
For you, Chris.
Some tasteful.
Yeah, tasteful.
Some tasteful art.
Sexy art right there.
Abstract.
I'm gonna drop it.
That is our Drizzt stand-in.
Yeah.
That's standard for me.
I was like, holy shit, he's dead.
He's 5 minutes late, guys. If I could crash, you died on the way here.
That's why when I used to tell my employees and stuff, like whenever I worked at Gamers or like when I was working at the deli with Darian, I'd just say like I'd be like, look, like I'm not mad that you're not here. I'm just worried you're dead. Like, show up on time, okay? God damn it. It's like, when you're 5 minutes late, I'm pretty sure you've been in a horrible car wreck. Right. It's just, that's how I am. Like, it just gives me that weird anxiety. Like,
it's like, oh, my friend.
Yeah, I'm, well, it's more like, my employee.
You know,
he was such a young kid. No, he had the world in front of him, goddammit!
Who am I gonna get to cover the shift?
Who's gonna replace Kevin at Gamers? Because Kevin worked there for about 2 weeks before he was fired because he showed up late several times.
Kevin, really?
Wallace.
I don't care.
Kevin, he's...
cracked me up 1,000 times because cool David guy. Was so savage he fired Kevin in front of his own fucking mother.
Wow, really?
Yeah, like he's like his mom came in, so like he showed up late one day, like the last day, and David's like, that's it, I've had enough. And the mom shows up and she's like, hey, like, you know, we were late because, you know, we were doing this like family therapy stuff. I'm really, really sorry. And David's like, yeah, it's not gonna work.
Wow.
And she's like, what? And he's like, yeah, like, it's just, you're late all the time. He's like, and you're over an hour and a half late. I'm sorry. He fired him. And I was like, oh my god. Damn. He's firing him in front of his mom.
Wow.
Like,
his knife and just...
Oh yeah, Kevin's like, oh, okay. Like, he's an interesting dude. He's really good at taking bad news. Like, but it's a little heartbreaking to see. Like, he just takes that bad news. He's like, oh, all right, yeah. It's like, oh man, okay. And there's a while where like, so Kevin was dating my cousin for a really long time, and I was just like, oh, Kevin. Her name's Randy Kephart. She lives in Brooklyn.
I worked there for a while.
That's my cousin.
It's good.
Oh yeah, be quiet. Just let it go.
It's gonna be very quiet. It's gonna be quiet, so.
Well, so my thought was like, oh, Kevin.
I'm out.
And I was like, oh, Randy, like both of you, like, oh. Anyways. And then Kevin, like, now Kevin lives like right next door to West Side.
Does he really?
And he just walks by every now and then, he just waves in the window at me. I'm like, oh, hey, Kevin. Like, I haven't seen him. I had to, like, his mom is terrifying, though. Did you know that? Like,
I love her.
Oh, she's fucking terrifying.
She's wonderful.
So here's the thing. So she comes in.
Not to piss her off.
Yeah, that was the thing. Like, so she comes into Gamers and she's trying to sell a cell phone. And I think Kevin owed her money or something. So he brings in the cell phone. And he's like, all right, how much can we get for this? And like, it's Gamers is fucking weird. Like,
it was basically a pawn shop.
Yeah, it was a video game pawn shop. So what you do is you go on eBay and you look up sold listings for that thing, and then you look at the top 10 last sales. Mm-hmm. The average of that would be the price of what we would sell it for.
Okay.
And then 30% of that would be what we would pay for it. So I look at her and I'm like, all right, I can give you $5.17. And she just goes, I want more. No smile, deadpan, just, I want more. And I said, I'm so sorry, I can't.
I can't.
And she just...
Maybe you shouldn't care for
that. And I'm like, there's nothing I can do. She's like, fine. Puts the phone for I was like, this was the single scariest minute. That was the single scariest minute of my life. Like, she looked like she was gonna fucking eviscerate me. Like, first of all,
she can be scary. She's a wonderful woman.
Yeah, I know. She's the sweetest lady in the world, especially when David fired Kevin in front of her. Like, she was the sweetest woman in the world.
Great.
And then I I couldn't buy her cell phone for more than $20, and she was like ready to kill me.
Have you ever met Kevin's grandma? Grandma, Miss Parker?
I don't think so.
She's wonderful.
Is she?
Yes.
So the most I got to know Kevin was for like that 2 weeks. Like he showed up late at the first interview.
Oh, he was my best friend for about 3 years in high school. We still talk now. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He's a cool dude.
Last time I saw him,
he was and will always be my friend.
Will always be. I feel like there's like a Scar moment coming or something like that, you know?
I saw him a couple weeks ago. He got in great shape.
Yeah, he's doing good.
I remember him being a bigger guy.
Yeah, well, a couple of like after Gamers, he like slimmed up like really well.
Yeah, no, I saw him a couple weeks ago and I was like, you look great. And then he was like, see you later.
Did he Kevin him so like, oh hey man, and then just gone.
Classic Kevin, hey there. And then you're like, hey, and he's running in the opposite direction. Like, all right.
Every time I see him, he's like, sup, dude? And I'm like, sup, Kevin? And he just runs off. And I was like, oh, nice talking to you.
He's always going somewhere.
What does he do these days?
Dude, I don't.
He was working in a gas station.
No.
last I knew.
Which gas station?
The travel center? Like Pilot
If you
Travel
guys
Center
haven't
or
been to
something? I
Pilot
don't know.
Travel Center recently, Kevin performs there once a week. Every Monday through Friday.
How do you know that?
I don't. I'm just trying to get Chris Goodrich to show up.
I know that for
And we're like, Kevin?
I
just look at
like
Kevin?
Because for some reason in my newsfeed, his posts always show up at the top, but we're not close friends.
He just looks at random people. Kevin? Okay. No, my name's Brittany.
Just shows it. Kevin!
Kevin? I need to talk to you about Thomas and his sticky
Anime.
pictures. Sticky anime. Kevin's gonna be like, oh, what dog? What dog?
Kevin loves anime.
Oh, he would drop his shit. I remember
Kevin fucking loves
him
it.
and I talked about Dragon Ball Z for like, I mentioned Dragon Ball Z and he
That was a bad move.
he dropped all of his shit. He was like, oh, no way! And he's like, oh my god! He just starts talking. Oh, the first interview. What game was he talking about?
Naruto Budokai 3.
No, there was a video game he was talking about. And I don't think it had to do with Dragon Ball Z, but it was the most obscure video game. So it wasn't at the interview. It was at the like we all had like a meeting to get together and talk.
Tommy.
I don't expect you to say that.
Do you have any idea how many rounds of Naruto Budokai 3 I played with Kevin? Do you have any inkling?
God, I was the greatest in that game.
How much of that shitty fucking game I played?
Open challenge.
Wait a
Let's
minute,
play
is there
Budokai
really
3
a game
already.
called Naruto Budokai 3?
No.
Okay. Was it Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3?
I know.
Yes.
Because I'm like trying to think of, I'm like, is Budokai just a fucking random term that gets put into any anime fighting game? Or is that exclusive to Dragon Ball Z?
I got.
Wait, is Dave being a dick right now?
So anyways,
Played that game a lot.
Yeah, no.
I wrote it wrong, so I removed it and rewrote what I actually meant to rewrite. Oh, so he retracted this.
Oh, okay. I was scared.
My wife is... What the fuck?
She blowing you up. What's going on? We're being too loud.
Oh no, she's just telling me I need to go to the bank at some point soon. Which I'm planning on going to the bank.
Is she here, or is there just a goat in your house? Oh, I saw the doors moving and shit.
It's probably a ghost.
I don't think she's here, but it might be the doors
You know, like,
clapping. She might be here. I don't know. She just kind of does her thing, so she might be downstairs. But okay, it's gone. Let's get off of Kevin.
Anyway, Kevin, you're great.
We love you, Kevin.
I do love
You're
Kevin.
great,
I
Kevin.
miss Kevin.
If you
My-
happen
the
to see this
only-
at any point, we all love you, Kevin.
The only downside for Kevin was he was always fucking late. And then, but I think it's a part of Kevin. Like, it's just how Kevin is.
He's always somewhere, but he's never where he needs to be.
Yeah, he did the one. It cracked me up when he would show up too. He'd be like, "All right, man, I got an explanation."
I swear to you, this one has precedent. I promise.
It's oh man, and yeah, Nerdy Podcast Ghost Adventures. Oh, thanks, Chris. Thank you.
If you saw door jostle, there's a ghost. Someone get the fucking night vision camera out and blind our viewers.
Who's got EVPs?
I don't think I have. I don't think I can even do that. I know you used to have a camera. You can set it to that. I'm like, this is dope.
These things suck.
Yeah.
The view distance was 10 feet.
Yeah. No, that was
Tops.
Yeah.
That was on a bright night.
Oh,
I got
man.
2 feet of nothing.
I keep thinking there's something in the microphone. It's just a scuff.
I
Okay.
was gonna say it's probably the microphone.
I'm looking at it. Well, I'm like, is there dust in there? Like, what's going on? What the fuck, man?
Dragon Ball Ultimate Ninja Storm.
One of these days, if like one of you are sick, we should just have Kevin on.
Just bring in Kevin.
Just bring in Kevin. Kevin's entertaining.
Put a ginger wig on Kevin and say it's me.
Don't worry, he'll show up.
I don't want to do that. You pull off your ginger look pretty well. So speaking of my wife, she really wants me to watch this movie that's about firefighters.
Is it called
And, like,
Fireproof?
No. See,
It's a recent movie.
I was gonna say, because Fireproof is fucking lame.
it's about
This one's based on.
what's up, my brother from another mother, but we got the same father. That's my favorite line from Fireproof.
Jared, I'm gonna say something. You take me very seriously. Is that right? You ever say anything like that to me? We're not going to be friends anymore.
I'm sorry. That is the best line of that whole movie because it's so stupid. It just shows.
It has no place in a firefighter movie.
It shows
This
this.
movie's about Jesus!
It shows a blank ignorance to like. Because if you know the crowd that loves that movie,
I used to be the crowd that loves that movie.
But here's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, me too.
they blindly love that movie, and they say it's such an amazing movie, even though it has lines like that. And it also has there's like a great moment where he's like, "Dad, I'm lost and I don't know what to do." And the dad turns and he goes, "Well, son," and the fucking cross is behind him. Like he literally, like it's not even like he just happens to be standing by the cross. He doesn't turn purposely to put the cross in the shot behind him and go, "Well, son, I have," and I'm like,
Heavy-handed.
and people kept coming out of that movie looking at me going, "It's such a good movie."
Dude, I lost a lot of respect for Bernie Hudson. I honestly did.
Sometimes when you
Because he
got
was in God's Not Dead 2 as the judge.
I never watched God's Not Dead or God's Not Dead 2, and I think I heard there's a God's Not Dead 3. How many times do we have to know that God is not dead?
Personal disclaimer, this is my own view and does not represent the view of this channel.
God doesn't exist. So he can't die.
So he's not dead.
Yeah, he's not dead.
And just, here's my...
It's a moot point.
I'm like,
You don't need to state it because it isn't a fact.
here's my problem, okay? Sorry, you dribbled on me.
Sorry, this is a topic that I'm really angry about.
Here's my point. So this is what frustrates me. Like, have your beliefs. It's fine.
That's fine.
But for the love of fucking God, don't say something is good because you believe in something so hard that you feel that if you say that this is not good, that it will detract from your belief. It's not possible. Like, God will not look at you and say, "I disown you because you dislike Fireproof." No, he's going to look at you and say, "Fireproof's bad." Like, when it comes to cinema,
God's gonna look
Fireproof
at you and go, "Yo, fool, that movie sucks."
is bad. Like, that's a shitty movie. Like, I almost wonder if, like, Jesus gets upset because, like, people, like, can't, like, they all make shitty movies about him. Like, there's never, like, a good, like, where's the good, maybe, like, Passion of the Christ, he was like, "Alright, that looks good."
Yeah,
Like, that's pretty good. Like, oh my god, they got James, because whatever, my other buddy JC to play me. Like, that's good. Like, they got the guy from Frequency.
Alright, so...
And now they, and then there's people who are like, "Fireproof is so good."
Okay,
It's not good!
I went to Comic-Con Des Moines 2 years ago. And when I got there, I was really excited because I thought I was going to meet some celebrities and see like you at Comic-Con. But half of the booths were bullshit infomercial stuff. And the only person at their fucking booth was Kevin Goddamn Sorbo! Do you know who wants to see Kevin fucking Sorbo? No one!
Sorbo.
Not even Kevin Sorbo!
He looks in a mirror, he's like,
Oh shit! He doesn't even like himself. No one wants to see Hercules from fucking Xena Warrior Princess, or God forbid he wants to talk about when he was the atheist professor in God's Not Dead. No one wants to fucking see him. Stop going to Comic-Con. Fuck you, Kevin.
What about Andromeda?
Andromeda was good.
Have you seen the video of him reading stage prompts as if it were lines because he can't tell the difference? He's dressed as Hercules. It's evil Hercules, you can tell because he has a goatee.
Yeah.
And he screams disappointed.
So, when I was like 8, I watched that show through little kid glasses, and I loved Hercules, and I loved Xena, and they were great. And then I grew up, and I was like, man, I remember when I loved those. I'm going to watch some Hercules. I watched 3 episodes, and I was like, no. I made it a little bit farther into Xena when I was rewatching it. You can tolerate that, but you can't tolerate Hercules.
Evan Sorbo is the living embodiment of a turboy.
And I'm sorry, Hercules, even by 90 standards, has really terrible special effects.
Oh, well, yeah.
I was like, Star Wars did special effects better, and like 30 years ago.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought you were talking about in the 90s. I was like, well, Star Wars is a highly budgeted film. I thought you were talking about the prequels. I was like, highly budgeted film.
No,
like, highly budgeted film compared to, like...
That was cutting edge. Network TV show.
Just take some money and make this Hercules shit work. Like, just...
Put Kevin Sorbo...
Here's $50.
In a leather unitard. Speedo right here. And then some weird leather straps on his chest. And have him yell disappointed into the woods. It's gonna be great.
People,
I'm gonna make so much fucking money.
People liked it enough, they tried to do a spin-off called Young Hercules. Didn't get more than a season.
Yeah, guess who played Young Hercules?
Was it you?
It was fucking Ryan Gosling.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. Go back and watch it. It's Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling, I love you, but I will not watch Young Hercules.
Oh, it was
Terrible.
something I watched a long time ago. I don't actually remember any of it except for being like, hey, that guy's cool. And then years later being like, that's Ryan Gosling.
Man,
I'm gonna watch Ryan Gosling. I'll watch.
So everyone else notices like Ryan Gosling like years down the road. They're like, oh, that guy from Driver. He's the dude who was in what's that movie where he...
La La Land?
No. From before? No, it's
Oh, you're talking an old movie.
before. It's like his first movie that made him famous.
His breakout role. How do you know that term?
I don't pay attention.
No, that didn't.
No, what's the one with the Notebook?
Oh.
The Notebook. And everyone's like, that's that guy from The Notebook. And I'm like, look, it's young Hercules. That's how I know him.
Okay, first of all, fuck Nicholas Sparks. His writing is trash.
Yep.
Hey.
Trash bag writing.
No, you know what? Some of them stuff's like, so being a married man, I've had to like watch his movies.
Look me in the eye and tell me Dear John was a masterpiece.
Which one was that? No, I remember. No, what's the one with? I think it was Josh Duhamel, where like, so he falls in love with the girl who's from Dancing with the Stars, Juliana Hough or whatever. And
Haven?
she's living in the woods. She's living in the woods, and Robin from How I Met Your Mother is also living in the woods and keeps walking by and talks to her the whole movie. At the end of the movie, you find out that that's his dead wife and the mother of his children. It's her ghost that's leading her to him. So it's like, it's super romantic. It's a good sci-fi twist.
What is that fucking movie? Because I've seen and...
I think it's Safe Haven.
Is it Safe Haven?
Yeah, it's Safe Haven. And then Charlie St. Cloud with Zac Efron, where she's dead but almost dead, so he meets her ghost and has to go save her.
Man, that's a shit ripoff of a 90s movie called Just Like Heaven. It's got Mark Ruffalo in it.
Yeah, but it was a better, like a better shot movie. And Zac Efron.
Yes, but it's much better than
Zac
that.
Efron instead of B-Hulk.
Dude, I love Mark Ruffalo.
He's amazing, but...
Want to know my secret tag? I'm all the time.
Mark Ruffalo.
Finger guns.
Oh yeah, so apparently they leaked a picture of Avengers 4, and they've got the Hulk in a suit. Did you both watched Avengers?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Spoilers for Infinity War. You both fuck yeah at Infinity War, but
yeah.
Tommy's still watching half of Deadpool on his phone.
I haven't even seen it.
Yeah, I haven't even seen it. Go watch it!
I can see it for free any goddamn time.
I know, that's why you need to go see it.
We're in the theater.
Here's my problem, okay? Infinity War
Tell me about it.
doesn't end. And
I was gonna say,
I was emotionally prepared for The Hobbit, for The Lord of the Rings, for every goddamn Harry Potter movie. I was emotionally prepared because they said this is a trilogy, which means Hobbit 1 and 2, it's just going to be like kind of a mid-ending. It's going to have a kind of ending. I was not emotionally ready for Infinity War to just be fucking done. Just done. I was like, surely they're going to ramp it up. And they don't.
I think.
And I'm still emotionally devastated.
I think
Deadpool 2 actually ends. That's why you should watch Deadpool
3. I would have been a lot more devastated with Avengers if I didn't have to sit next to these two teenage girls, and one of them knew a little bit about comic books, and the other one knew nothing. So the whole movie, hey, who's that? Why are they doing that? What are they doing? I think this is gonna happen. This is probably gonna happen. This is gonna happen. And the whole time I would turn to my stepbrother and I was. Shut up. And then the end of the movie happened, and the credits were rolling, and that chick that knows nothing about superhero movies just stands up, and all of a sudden she starts losing her damn mind. No, and she starts crying, and she's like, not Chris Pratt, he's a treasure, he's America's treasure. No.
Oh, God.
He's America's treasure?
Literally, yes.
Chris Pratt.
She's like,
he's America's treasure.
He's American treasure.
Good actor.
I like Chris Pratt.
I love Chris Pratt.
I
Okay?
wouldn't call him a treasure yet.
I dig Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Alright?
Oh, that was Chris Pratt?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played the every guy Lego.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Everett? Is that his name? What is his name?
I don't remember his name.
They just had a trailer, Evan.
Something stupid.
They just had a trailer for the second
I don't know.
one.
Will Arnett is Lego Batman. Pretty good.
You know what? I liked him enough in the Lego movie. I did, and I was not a fan of having a whole Lego Batman movie, though.
He was pretty good in
I wasn't, but I watched it, and it's a good movie.
I thought it was an okay movie, but I just too much Will Arnett as Lego Batman.
I don't know. Lego movies surprised me because when I heard about it, I was like, nobody wants to see a movie about no damn Legos. And then I went to the theaters to watch it, and I left the theater, and I was like,
Oh, I saw the trailer.
Shit, there's something there.
Yeah, I saw the trailer, and I instantly was like, I'm watching that movie. I actually watched it with Ron Stallman at like 10 at night as soon as it unlocked by myself.
As the Wizard was pretty great.
Yeah. Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum as they were. I think, who did Jonah Hill play? I can't even remember. He played like Green Lantern or something.
I didn't even know those two were in the fucking movie.
Yeah.
I've seen that movie through and through one fucking time. It is not my favorite.
I only remember Will Arnett for his Batman song because I die every time he sings that song as Lego Batman.
You know what the worst? Okay, so you can relate to me on this. If you had to suffer through this, I think you can just imagine. Mm-hmm. Imagine having to clean the theaters, but every time you had to clean it, the only song that played was "Everything Is Awesome."
Oh,
you're like,
God, kill me.
Everything is not awesome. This little fucking kid just spilled like sweet tarts everywhere. The little sweet tart beads all over the place.
Jared, have you ever seen a grown-ass adult dump an entire large popcorn onto the floor for no other reason than they didn't want to go to the goddamn trash can?
Yeah. Get this, okay? Harry Potter 6.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
The entire floor of the theater, so that theater
like
one,
popcorn
that whole hallway was crushed popcorn. Down around the corner, every microcosm of fucking carpet was covered in crushed popcorn. And then crushed stuff. And I finally get it all swept. And I'm starting to go under. I'm like, all I got left now, in comparison, all I have left now is to go under all the seats and get all the junk out of there. And my broom goes under, and it hooks a melted ice cream from DQ and fucking dumps it. It's 2 a.m. and I lose my goddamn mind. People want to know what's the matter with me? That day is still what's the matter with me. It broke me. It broke everything inside of me. I think I was a normal human being until that moment, and that's when I became Jared fucking Dean.
Random moviegoer who went to see Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince in the Grinnell movie theater. Fuck you very much. You broke my phone.
If you just have, I don't care if you sneak shit into the theater, have the goddamn decency to pick it up and throw it into the garbage can. I'm fine with you dumping popcorn. I'm fine with you dumping all the candy wrappers you bought and shit. You bought that, you paid for that goddamn right for me to have to sweep it up. But if you snuck a fucking DQ ice cream in there, and then you let that bitch melt, and you only ate half of it, and then you tucked it under the seat so no one could see it when they're sweeping with their broom, you're a horrible human.
Did he like dump the ice cream and freak out and then just be like, I'm gonna do theater?
I just
his brain short circuited and then he just ran into the ice cream and fucked the hamster.
I went and got the mop.
I didn't even know you were wearing that shirt.
I was like, I'm wearing it today.
You told me that you had that shirt.
Yeah. I went and got the mop and I literally, like, I cried for a little bit. I was just like, this is fucking stupid.
Dude, the good thing about having a mental breakdown in a movie theater, and I'm sure you can vouch for this, is it's empty. You can scream all you want. No one's gonna hear you.
No one gives a shit.
No one cares.
I mean, you might, like, because, like, the police always come in, you know.
Just call the cops before you start cleaning. Tell them your car's out there. They won't bother you.
No. It's when like...
Or when you start...
They come anyways. They always do, like, a random check just in case. So, like... I'm sure there's probably a moment where I was like screaming and crying, and they're like, "Nah, it's Grinnell."
They just shine their light in and look at you just losing your shit, and they're like, "Yeah, it's Grinnell."
Even though they interrupt us while we're watching The Hobbit, was it The Hobbit 2? Yeah, we were testing 3D HFR for the first time, which I don't think they've used since. Like, I don't know one movie that's done 3D HFR since The Hobbit 2. The Hobbit 3 gave it up. It's so normal film frame rate is 24 frames per second.
I just thought it was high fucking resolution.
No. It is like 4K, but also 48 frames per second.
That's fast.
Yeah, so it looks like you're watching the behind-the-scenes documentary of the film. Like, it really...
Unnecessarily fluid.
It's, yeah, and so it kind of ruins the actual, like...
I was there.
Picture quality.
Looks too
and it's just not good. And since The Hobbit 2, they just haven't done it. Like, nobody's done... Shit. Oh my god, director of Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson.
I was gonna say
Peter Jackson.
Director of King Kong.
Peter Jackson, like, was the only person that was like, we need to do 3D HFR, and he shot it in that, and then he never did. The new King Kong was good. It was a lot of fun. What?
Skull Island or whatever.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. That's what it was. It's just dumb fun.
I haven't seen it, but John C. Reilly's in it, and that's a selling point for me for any movie.
John C. Reilly sells it in that movie.
John C. Reilly and Samuel L.
I'm just going to spoil my favorite part of that movie. Sorry to all of you who haven't gotten out to Kong Skull Island. But anyways, there's this amazing moment. You have this character who you see like this inner conflict of the guy being the guy who needs to do the right thing. And at the end of the movie, the big bad monster is like coming up to him. And he goes, guys, get to the chopper. And not get to the chopper, but he's like, get to the helicopter. I've got this. He comes out and he pulls his grenades and he's got him. He's like, come on! Come on! And the monster's coming up and then it stops, whips him with his big fucking tail, smack against the mountain and he blows up. So you're expecting this moment of it being like, oh, and then no, it just goes, booms! And once he hits the mountain, the grenades explode. Like, that is the exact type of movie that it is so self-aware that it takes that moment of like the guy being like, let's do this, and you're like, yeah, and then it just goes boom. He just smacks the mountain, and you just can't help but laugh hysterically at that moment. Like you're like, I'm a little disappointed I didn't get to see the hero have his moment. But that's hilarious. Like, and that's how the movie, and the real hero of the movie is fucking Kong. Like,
yeah,
and John C. Reilly.
That was one of those movies that critics never. They didn't really say it was bad. It was just kind of. It's a middle of the road movie, and I loved it. Same with.
It was better than Godzilla.
Yeah. All right,
at least.
John C. Reilly movie. I'm personally conflicted about it, but Cirque Freak, Vampire's Assistant.
Oh yeah.
Movie.
I read the books, so I didn't want to watch the movie.
I've read the books and I watched the movie, and I feel like they could have totally done the movie better because they tried to cram the first 2 books into.
That was the problem of book movies back then.
If they tried to just, do the first book as the first movie and then so on and so forth, like with Harry Potter.
That was the problem with the series of Unfortunate
I was just thinking that was the problem. They did 3 movies.
I prefer Neil Patrick Harris as Count Olaf, but Jim Carrey was fine. But they crammed 3 books into 1 movie, and it's just a jumbled, sped up mess. So if you've never read any of the books and you watch that movie, you almost have no fucking clue what's going on.
I feel like a good way to ruin your children someday is to just play them a series of movies that were meant to be like a trilogy, but never got to see, like Vampire's Assistant, Lemony Snicket, Aragon,
Percy fucking Jackson.
Ruin their life. Percy Jackson got a sequel.
No, the sequel's my fucking problem, Jared.
What? The sequel's better than the first one.
Never watched it.
Bull fucking shit, Tommy!
I've seen both of them.
Let me tell you why, Tommy! Because they crammed 3 fucking books worth of shit into the second fucking movie! That's why it's a problem, Tommy!
Okay, so don't watch it then.
I screamed at the television with my father sitting next to me at the end of that shit-ass fucking movie.
I love that you're talking about you screamed at the television. You didn't scream at the movie theater screen, or you screamed at the
rented the movie.
You rented that shitty DVD on and you watched it.
Hey, it's kind of like Hunger Games. When I watched the first 2 movies, they're great, and they follow the book, and they're great. And then the last 2 movies sucked.
Yeah. The second one is probably if I had to pick like a film adaptation of a book, say the closest that I've ever seen would probably have to be Catching Fire, because they did a fucking amazing job.
We were laughing
so well.
We laughed so hard at the end of the 3rd Hunger Games movie.
What?
Because Peeta's like doing his fucking bouncing thing, and my buddy just, or maybe it was me, I think I was the one that whispered, "Oh my god, they Captain America'd his ass." Because he had like no weight on it, like he was like skin and bones, and he's like, ah! That's how it ends.
3 is just 2 hours of Katniss going, Peeta, Peeta, Peeta,
Peeta! Have you seen there's a YouTube video mashup?
I think I know.
Every time he screams Peeta, it has a piece of pita bread popping. She's like, the best one is like when it pops up, she goes, "Oh, Peeta."
My other favorite one, and I saw a vine of it, it's like a 30-second vine, but it's just her saying Peeta, and every time she says Peeta, it's Peter from Family Guy, and he pops out and he's like, "What?" And it kills me. Peeta, what?
Yeah, no, they literally transposed a piece of pita bread on. So she'd be like, hilarious. She would see it and there's Peeta! And there's a floating piece of pita bread. It's so good.
It's just
I watched we watched them all the premieres and shit. And it was okay.
The 4th one's not as bad as I'm making it out to be. Like it's okay. The 3rd one was just terrible.
I didn't finish the book for Mockingjay, so I didn't know how it ended.
I thought they ruined the second or the last movie, I think, because they don't they're like the most heart-wrenching moment, the moment that you build up, even in the films, like from the beginning, is like when her sister dies. Spoilers for Hunger Games.
Right, fuck you.
When her sister dies. Anyways, her sister dies. And, like, it's just, like, horrible flames. And she's like, ah! and then it just cuts to the next scene.
Yeah.
So you don't get that.
You don't get emotion.
You don't get that emotion, like the most wrenching part of the movie, because even I was like, oh shit,
oh no,
and then it was just over, and you're like you're just gonna move on, like you're not gonna linger on like the morning of her, and then she just kind of goes, and you can tell she's angry, like babyface Jennifer Lawrence angry, like, you know, at things, but it doesn't carry the weight, and I feel like they ruined it.
I hucked my book across the room when I read that. I didn't finish it. I was done. I'm like, no, fuck
The
it.
last book that I physically threw out of frustration was when I read the end of God damn it! It's that movie in the Steinbeck.
I'm gonna decline that call.
Steinbeck wrote Grapes of Wrath.
I don't know.
Tommy's. I hope that's not copyrighted.
I don't know that number.
Grapes of Wrath. Have you read the end of Grapes of Wrath?
Yeah, we had to read it for school.
Like, you get to the end and it's like, and like she breastfeeds a homeless man. Like, so they're trying to get to California, and they're at this moment where they're all basically gonna die, and they find a homeless man who's starving in a barn. And the pregnant mother who just like sent her baby off, that passed away, like she lost a baby, sends the baby off in the river, in the crazy storm river, which, ew. She breastfeeds him for survival, and it ends on the words, she looks up and smiles mysteriously. And I'm like, what does that mean? Why? And I looked at the teacher, she goes, what did you think? And I was like, why? She's like, that's what's so great about it. I'm like, no, it's not great. It's dumb. It was dumb. It was just a dumb ending for me. You know what I think is, like, Steinbeck spent so many, like, he wrote a whole chapter of that book about a turtle crossing the street. It's hit by a van and it flips his ass back over. That which I just told you in under a second's time was like 25 pages at least. I think what happened was he wrote half the book and was just like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm done. Like, I'm done describing. This is a whole book on its own. And he's like, yeah, I know where I'm gonna end it. She looks up and smiles mysteriously. God, how many people is that gonna piss off? And then we became a literary treasure. Why? Why is that a literary treasure? Someone tell me.
I read it and I didn't think the book was all that great.
I hate it. I was so mad. I was at home.
I cried for that book.
I stood up. I was at home. I stood up. I took the fucking book and I threw it across the room. And my mom was like, what is your problem? And I tried to describe to her what I was reading.
Steinbeck.
She's like my wife still. Like, if I get like over dramatic about things, she just doesn't understand. She's like, why is he so crazy sometimes?
He's a theater kid. What the fuck are you expecting?
I'm a theater kid.
Why are you yelling?
Like, Stewie from Family Guys keeps saying "mom" or "mom" in an episode. To Lois. I think he said Lois, but it says Luis.
Luis.
Okay. So next week, guys.
Alright.
Guess what? It's next week.
What's next week?
Oh, sorry. Guess what's this weekend?
What's this weekend?
E3.
It is.
Yeah. This is when
Super pumped.
we're going to talk about video games.
So watch E3 is what I'm
They're
hearing.
going to announce me a new Zelda. They're
Yeah.
going to announce me a new Pokemon game on the Switch. In addition to the others, Nintendo's going to blow me away, and I don't regret buying my Switch already.
I don't believe you. I don't think they're going to announce a new Zelda.
I'm hoping they probably won't.
It's probably going to be for the goddamn 3DS.
Hey, do you guys
Hey,
remember?
3DS is great.
Do you guys remember that guy who cried for the Super Mario game last year?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that guy in the front row that was literally weeping tears of joy, which kind of upset me. Because holy
It
shit,
upset
calm down, it's a fucking
It
Mario
upset
game.
me, and then I played the new Mario game, and I was like, wow, I fucking get it. This is amazing.
Kicks ass.
Did he like it?
He cried when they released.
I want to know if like
showed it.
I wonder if he's like the first guy to give it like a 1-star review.
I've always liked Mario.
Because like it's not as good as I amped it up to be.
I bought Super Mario Odyssey for that crying man, and I was like, all right, I gotta see how good it is. And I mean, it's a damn good game, but I was like, why was he crying?
The only reason why I bought, well, because it was like, it had been, 15 years since they had released like an actual 3D platforming Mario, because they don't count, I guess they don't count,
They're not count Mario Galaxy?
they're not counting Super Mario Galaxy.
Those games kicked ass.
But they don't count as the
3D
same
Land.
genre because it's too linear, I guess.
3D Land was on.
What the fuck does that mean?
3D Land was on the 3DS. It's a fantastic game. They had pretty much a sequel to 3D Land on the Wii U, but I guess they were more linear. It's just this level, this level, this level, and you gotta beat them in order. But
yeah, so they really hadn't counted anything since Sunshine, maybe even 64.
I'm hoping for a new Animal Crossing for the Switch.
Yeah, everyone's talking about the probability is Animal Crossing's coming up, and
I
then
love Animal Crossing.
Metroid
Prime 4. Tell me more about it other than that it's happening.
I really like this is okay. So my secret dream, not really a secret, but like the thing inside of me that I want the most that is not going to happen. I want a 3D Zelda collection on the Switch.
Yes.
So like,
Wind Waker, Twilight Princess.
Yeah, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess. I would love a Skyward Sword HD, and I would love
my favorite. If they took the 3DS Ocarina and ported it to the Switch, I would die.
That's what I would love. The Ocarina and the Majora's Mask. Just a full collection. If they just was like boom, a whole collection.
The latest two Zelda.
$150. I'd drop the money.
Like Skyward Sword, that's great. I loved it. I want to play it again. But the one that I would die for is it's rumored they're gonna remake Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, which was the first one on the Game Boy. A lot of people didn't play it, but it's amazing. Yeah.
Oh, you know what's another secret? A remake of Pod Racers. I'm only kind of joking about that.
Hey, I love that little Pod Racer for the.
My brother-in-law, he's doing a retro pie or whatever the hell for his kids, and he's like, "What N64 game should I put on there?" And I was like, the first thing I was like, Pod Racers and a shitty wrestling game. Like that's all you need. That's N64. That was my entire N64 experience, and the Xena fighting game is what I used to play, but I'm not recommending that. Ever.
I used to play the awful Castlevania 64.
Nice.
As a kid, I loved it. I was like, oh, this is so good. When I grew up and played, like, real Castlevania games, I was like, oh, that game's trash.
Yeah, so E3 is coming up next week. We should definitely watch and talk about it next week. If not, I'll spoil the shit out of it for you guys. My wife's going to be gone this weekend, so I'm like, that's outside of working, that's all I'm going to be doing. Is just watching E3 shit. I might actually play some video games, because I haven't played video games in like 2 weeks. Which is sad.
I don't think I played like a video game in almost 6 months.
I always have a video game on me.
What counts as not a video game?
Like a console or a computer. I don't count mobile games as video games.
I've been playing... Okay, that's true, because I've been playing Fallout Shelter like crazy.
Yeah, but those are just... I just see those as time... Like, I got real fucking into Armory and Machine on my phone.
Okay.
It's an idle game that doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. Basically, you've got to... There's a machine, and you got to create heat. It's the only thing this machine does. And then, holy shit, you have too much heat. You got to build some tanks. So you build some tanks, and then that's where you store the heat. And then it's like, oh no, you've got workers now. Where are they going to stay? So you use the tanks to build these things called kilns, which is where the workers are. And then the machine starts squirting out some fluid that the workers drink, and it makes them go faster.
So, Oh.
Yeah. It doesn't... I'll show you guys the fucking layout, because it doesn't make any goddamn sense.
He's just got it ready.
I don't know where the app is. It's not showing up on my fucking phone.
Oh.
It's downloaded. It's just, it doesn't have, like, a widget on my phone for some reason.
Huh.
Yeah, strange, right?
So while we're doing that, we probably better...
Yeah,
we're going to end here. So, guys, Chris, thank you so much for watching. My sister,
Out a bit.
Heather Hoback, thank you much for listening because she listens afterwards.
Oh, I was gonna say, is she here right now?
She chewed me out on the other day. Not really chewed me out, but she was like, "Hey, I didn't know you had 2 full episodes up already because you didn't put it on Facebook." I'm sorry. So after this, I'm gonna put it up on Facebook. But yeah, she's gonna watch it in Korea. She's in Korea right now. She's gonna watch it when she wakes up, probably. So yeah. Okay, so thanks guys for watching. Download us into your pocket. Put a little nerdy in your pocket, and hit us up at Castbox at podcast.com. It's up at
Podcast.com at Castbox.
Hit us up at Castbox. Download that app for free. Eventually, we're going to try and get it on iTunes and Google, but we're not there yet. So hit us up there. Also, you can watch us live every Wednesday at noon. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, and like on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Everywhere that matters.
Do it.
And we'll see you guys next week. Hopefully we're going to do some talking about E3.
Fuck, dude, I'll start MySpace if you want.
I need to get a poll, like, of how many people, like, guys, comment in the comments down below if you would actually, like, follow our MySpace page.
And then I will create it.
Does Justin Timberlake still own that?
When did Justin Timberlake?
I'm pretty sure he owned it for a little while.
Okay, before we get in